Kanye West made $20 million during Super Bowl weekend with one 30-second advertisement, and I have yet to watch it myself, which is exactly why in this video, I'm gonna break it down for you live, step by step, and show you my honest reaction to it and why it worked so well. My name is Brian Moncada. I'm the founder of AdSpend.com, and this is another AdSpend.com ad breakdown.
Hey y'all, this Ye, and this is my commercial. And since we spent all the money on the commercial spot, we actually didn't spend any money on the actual commercial. But the idea is, I want you to go to Yeezy.com, YEEZY.com, and I'm gonna write it at the bottom of the screen. And I got some shoes, and that's it.
Yeezus is at it again. The dude just hit you with some 30 seconds of fire. Now, this reminds me of the OG Tai Lopez Here in My Garage YouTube ad. Why? Because when that ad dropped on YouTube and went viral instantly, it was because no one else was ever used to seeing somebody else just like them on their iPhone filming a video ad on YouTube, right? We're used to seeing big name brands, corporate companies, basically public figures advertising in a very public studio, really good high quality production. And when Tai Lopez came out with that Here in My Garage ad, it went nuts because this guy in a random garage next to a Lamborghini looks kind of like a dork with books and talking about books is teaching you how to make money, right? Like what's happening right now? That's what you were thinking. That's why it worked so well. That's why he made multi-millions of dollars. Now with Kanye here, Yeezus, he did the exact same thing. And during the Super Bowl, when everybody in America is watching for the most part, except myself, he did it, right? He came out with not even a good selfie style video. This is the best part about it. At least Tai Lopez had the decency to do a horizontal YouTube ad platform specific 1980 by 1080 dimension size video horizontally so it fits the platform. Yeezus said, I'm gonna just selfie style this, kind of like imagine like remember your grandparents when they're like looking at the iPhone, you always hand your phone to your mom and she's always like that. I feel like Kanye's doing that when he's filming this one. He does that and he says, hey y'all, this is Ye, and this is my commercial. And since we spent all the money on the commercial spot, we actually didn't spend any money on the actual commercial. Very raw, very real, and very transparent and authentic. It's huge, right? Again, we're so used to seeing big name brands and corporate companies advertising on commercials, especially on YouTube now, because YouTube is the new TV and YouTube ads are the new TV commercials with high quality production. Whereas when we see this ad during the Super Bowl, no wonder it did so well because it's an instant pattern interrupt. Sort of like the year before this past year's Super Bowl, which was the Crypto.com ad, or was it the Coinbase ad? It was Coinbase. Coinbase came out with that ad where it was literally just a QR code in the middle of the screen, and it was kind of like doing a Tetris style back and forth thing where you were like, what is this? It's just a QR code. And then when you scan the QR code, it takes you to Coinbase. It was one of the best ads of not this Super Bowl, but the last Super Bowl, I believe. And it crushed because it was a huge pattern interrupt. So the first thing I want you to understand about this ad and why it works so well, and again, this is my first time watching it, but I already know because it's a pattern interrupt. It's a guy, it's obviously Kanye West, who most people know because of his controversy recently and, getting canceled and all that stuff. And the demons try to take my boy down and, call him crazy and all this stuff when he's just talking some sense. And he's doing a vertical style selfie in his car. The quality is pretty grainy too. It looks like the lighting must be tough, right? I don't know. Could have turned his flash on. Looks like he didn't even have his flash on. And so immediate pattern interrupt, introduces himself right off the bat. Hey, this is Ye. And he said, this is my commercial. We spent all the money on the actual commercial spot, so we didn't get to spend any money on the actual commercial. He's 14 seconds in, and he immediately has a call to action at the 14 second mark. Go to Yeezy.com, and he has it on the screen. Again, subtitles, okay? The whole time this video is playing, he has subtitles, a key component to add to your ads if you run YouTube ads. YouTube is the new TV and YouTube ads are the new TV commercials. So you wanna make sure that, again, you have captions because people can actually contextualize and interpret, and more importantly, actually get the information you're trying to provide them better if you're not just speaking to them and they're hearing it, but they're also reading it at the same time. Okay, so that's a pro tip for you, right? People can actually interpret and understand what you're trying to say better right? Two ways, if you have the audio and the video, okay? Meaning they can hear it and they can see it. So captions can help you with that. We always have captions on all of our YouTube ads as well. 15-second call to action, Yeezy.com.
YEEZY.com.
He spelled it out for you. Very powerful, right? Just like I do for our company, adspend.com, ADSPEND.com, right? Yeezy.com.
And I'm gonna write it at the bottom of the screen. And I got some shoes. And
I got some shoes. And then he makes this weird sort of noise about what he has to say next.
That's it.
And that's it. And it's an abrupt ending, very abrupt ending. I can imagine all of America watching this ad once he's like, that's it. You're kind of like, what was that? And then out of curiosity's sake, just to understand what it was exactly, they probably went on their phone and went to Yeezy.com and looked at what there was to be offered, right? Was it shoes or was it something else? He's probably selling shoes, and he obviously made $20 million or so off of this simple iPhone video, vertical story sized dimensioned ad that was only 30 seconds long because, number one, pattern interrupt. We're so used to seeing very high quality produced videos. Even this video would be considered high quality produced because got good lighting, got good camera, got good audio, whereas a pattern interrupt style ad like this, especially during the Super Bowl, is immediately gonna capture your attention. Reference to crypto ad I talked about earlier. Now, the next reason why this works so well is because you have someone who's a very public figure, right? We can't overstate that. It's Kanye West, and he's very well known. If anyone can pull this off, it's Kanye. Could someone like, I don't know, Adidas do this, right? Kanye West's former, now rival, obviously. They probably couldn't. Why? Because they don't have someone who's the face of Adidas. Kanye West is the face of Yeezus and Yeezys, right? Like, he's the guy. So clearly he's gonna be the guy to promote those shoes, which he obviously did. But can anybody else do this? I don't know. Kanye did it, and he probably just broke the 4-minute mile for most people to see if they're gonna probably do it next year. I would imagine someone's gonna try to recreate something like this the next Super Bowl. I can only imagine, right? But he immediately introduces himself, people know him, people recognize him, and then he says really transparently, this is my commercial. I spent all the money on this commercial spot, so we didn't get to invest any money on the actual commercial. I just want you to go to Yeezy.com. I got some shoes. It's YEEZY, and that's it. And then he ends the ad. So a quick one here today, ladies and gentlemen, but captions being added, pro tip there, real, raw, authentic, reference Tai Lopez ad, reference Coinbase ad last year, pattern interrupt, just direct call to action, go to this website, spell it out for them, right? Go to adspend.com, ADSPEND.com, that's it, right? Very simple, very weird, very raw, very uncut. And obviously it worked really well because he, again, sold millions of dollars of his shoes from this one 30-second advertisement. So I hope this helped you when it comes to creating your next YouTube ads specifically for your brand and for your business, because again, this just shows you that you don't really need any fancy production. You don't need any sort of good quality audio like you're seeing me do right now even. You just need a clear message and a clear offer. Yeezy.com. That was Kanye's offer. Obviously during the Super Bowl, people are on their phones, they searched it up, they bought some shoes, they saw what he had to offer, and it worked really, really well. Sometimes real, raw, and uncut off the cuff is better. And I can attest to this because, when I was working for my former mentor, some of his best ads were on his iPhone. I always tell our clients at adspend.com, when you film your ads, read the scripts we write for you word for word. So we wrote them for a reason and we know what we're doing. But then once you're done and you're in the flow and you have the copy and the flow down, the cadence down, then go real, raw, and off the cuff. Film 1, 2, or 3 more from the heart and let those really speak to the camera and to your ideal prospects because they'll feel it more. It'll come off more real, raw, and authentic. And so that's what Kanye West did. Clearly he was in a rush when he did it, but his team told him, yo, we gotta get this 30-second ad done. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna just tell him. And boom, he told them, they bought him. Now people wearing Yeezy. Now, if you want to watch another ad breakdown just like the one you saw right now, click this link right here and watch this one. In this one, I break down Iman Gadzhi, one of the most controversial marketers alive today, and why his ad worked so well. Enjoy.